I'm gonna actually close this door here. Those peepers are kind of loud tonight. So, a little bit of a quick update on the Power Wheels. Project Hurricane as it's become known. It's been a couple of days since the last video I made, so I wanted to go over a couple of things that we've done and kind of show you some of my roadblocks here. So let's see what we got. Alright, so when we stopped last time, we were just making this cross section for the back. I ended up fabricating it, cutting it, sinking it in here, cut out the back section a little bit. We have a nice supported system for the motor. Now that was pretty straightforward. We wanted to connect the front axle, so I came across here with a I-beam setup, and then that's where we got to the front axle, which as you can see, it ended up using a lot of the original lawnmower setup. I got the articulation in there, and then we got into steering, and that's where things got a little bit tricky. As you can see, I've been through a couple different iterations of prototypes, we'll call them. This was part of a steering setup from the Craftsman lawnmower that I took apart. I have tried that. This is a steering shaft out of a mower. This is a bracket that I made to try to work that in. But I'm having issues with clearance and trying to get them all to work in there correctly without having to modify the floorboard or the firewall too much so that it takes into the cab. I did a little bit of looking online, and I found a couple of people that used a gearbox out of a John Deere 400 or 320. So I went ahead and ordered one of those to see if that'll work. That won't be here for a couple more days, but tonight what I'm hoping to do is I'm going to put it down, I'm going to lock the wheels straight, and see how it rolls a little bit with the tires and wheels and everything mounted up on it. It's been a lot more work and time in testing things to see if they're going to work than I had anticipated. But looking at what some of the people have done on YouTube and what some of the others out there have created using merging the plastic and the frames and metal all together, it's kind of insane. I'm intimidated because I've been watching all these videos of people with fully flexing, articulating front suspension and four-wheel drive, and then power steering using a windshield wiper motor. I actually just watched a video clip of how to convert a windshield wiper motor to a servo so that you could RC it, and then put an RC controller in where the steering wheel is to control the steering. But I don't want to go that level yet. I'd rather keep this hardware with as much of what I have and as easily attainable. So for example, I don't have an RC controller, I don't have a servo motor, I don't have all the electronics and time that it would take to convert that and then fabricate it in there, because I still have to fabricate it in there and get the angles right to run it. So, you know, when I say about angles, I mean some of this is, you know, where's the camera pointed there? Come on. When this is all together and I have an arm on here and this pivots in to bring this out, that part would work. But then when I want to turn the other direction and this pivots out, it doesn't have the same amount of throw. And then when you get a tire on here and you bring it in, it ends up coming right in and trying to rub up against the pivot. So that's kind of what we're working through right now, and I think that the piece that I ordered is what is going to solve that. So we'll find out. The boys are already really excited. I've posted a couple of pictures on Facebook of them wearing their helmets I have some extra helmets here while we're welding, and they've been out here, but tonight they're out with their mom, so I have a little bit of a chance to try it out without them getting too excited. We're going to do that. Yeah. Yeah, the papers are back, but I can't close this door. It's too claustrophobic in here. So what do we got now? I laid the body down on there, and I've been testing it out a little bit. Testing the electronics, testing the batteries, making sure that it's all working. Let me show you a little bit about how I've got it laid out. And this is not final state. I'm going to have to work these electronics into the body and the crevices and places where I can hide them so that the kids won't mess with them. If it gets left out in the rain, it won't get destroyed. And obviously there's a lot of stuff that I got to hide. So just there's a lot of stuff that we got to fit in there. There's 2 batteries. Let me show you what we got. So these are the 2 batteries that we're going to run, and they connect to this is the factory scooter harness. It's got the 24-volt adapter connecting, and then this is the control system from the scooter, and it actually has a charger. Which one's the charger? This is the control system, actually, motor controller, and this one is the charger. So this one will actually, I should be able to plug that in and charge the batteries through the system. So hopefully, I'm hoping to leave that intact. I'll probably hide it in the wheel well here, as well as this one. I'll probably hide in the wheel well there. If the wires can reach, I'd rather not hack it up too much, but I may end up doing that just to stretch things out so that they'll fit. Underneath it here, you have the motor and the motor controller wires, and then obviously there is a connecting wire for the controllers, or for the controls. And these are just laid out here for me so that I can test and fit the different wires together. The scooter that it came from had a little adjuster here for speed. This adjusts how fast the machine can go. I may end up hiding that or locking that out so that I can set the speeds, because it is still a variable throttle, so they can pick how fast they want to go at a particular time, but I can set the maximum with this controller, so I may end up hiding that. The key has a forward and backwards that controls different control systems in there. There's apparently a seat raising and lowering button that I need to hide, but that's what we got as far as that, and I can show you real quick. I think it will actually drive. Yep. So that's what we got. It's exciting.
It works. Likes to throw the
I think I might have to hide the speed control switch and do that settings for him. He was already talking about ramping it off the neighbor's hill over there. Given as fast as it seems like it is, he might actually be able to do that. Ah, that feels good. That feels good.